My father especially, he's very masculine in the way he talks, in the way he sits, his body language. I think it passed on, especially through my father, because I've seen him around so much and even on screen. So that era that I grew up in that had heavy male testosterone, booming men, even in films and also in person, I used to see them around. So I think they had a heavy influence on me, whether it was Jackie sir, Sanju sir, Nana sir. I don't think I would change myself in the process. I would try to adapt whatever new changes are coming to my fashion. I think women should be, held at a much higher pedestal than people do. My mother is my everything. So I've grown up with my mother, my Masi and my sister at home. My father's changed a lot since what he was when I was a kid, because times have changed. They've also become more open and more exposed to Western culture, even though we should not be personating that or imposing that in our culture, which we are doing today in India, I feel. I think in relationships, sometimes where you feel that only you are right or that you're in control, you have to really let go. I think I have learned much over relationships over time. Somewhere I also feel that I had that trait much younger in life when I got into the first or second relationship of mine. The Gen Z is on the wrong path. I think they've just become, because of the dopamine release that we're getting from everything that we use, we've just succumbed to things and forgot what it is to be a man. With great power comes great responsibility.
I think when we talk about actors, I feel like there needs to be a certain charm to them that just appeals to you on screen. My next guest possesses a plethora of it. Whenever he appears on screen, you just can't help but have your eyes stuck on him. He wouldn't let it waver anywhere. He has been proving himself with each project that he's undertaking. He has worked with the creme de la creme of people, and I feel like there is just bigger and better things written for him in the future. And right now I'm very excited as I sit in the company of Meezaan. So Meezaan, firstly, welcome to Bollywood Bubble.
Thank you so much, Akash. Thank you for having me.
Firstly, I have to start. How is the...
That's probably the best intro someone's given me. So thank you for that.
So the segment is all about what it means to be a man of Gen Z. And you are a representation of that. I want to start growing up. What was the kind of masculinity that you kind of observed in your family and in your surroundings?
Family, to my father especially, he's very masculine in the way he talks, in the way he sits, his body language, even his gestures, even if he shakes hands with you, it's a very big hand. It's like a firm grip.
Yeah, I met him recently.
Yeah, so these kind of things I think get passed on because he also keeps telling you that, Seedha chal, don't slouch. Talk a certain way, so these kind of things I think get passed on, especially through my father, because I've seen him around so much and even on screen. I think, and it was also that era that I grew up in that had heavy male testosterone, booming men, even in films and also in person, I used to see them around. So I think they had a heavy influence on me, whether it was Jackie sir, Sanju sir, Nana sir, because dad knew them, so they also used to come home as kids, so we used to see them. So their body language, I think, got passed on somewhere or the other.
And today now we see the definition of masculinity has changed for a good way, and you also fit into that because not just the presentation of it, but also the dressing sense has changed. Right. The way there was a time it used to be just suits and everything. Today, men experiment with it. Accessories, they used to be limited to women there was a time. Today, it isn't so. When for you was it that you kind of started realizing that while I have seen and grown up with this kind of definition of masculinity, today I need to kind of evolve myself and kind of rearrange my thinking and kind of get in sync with how the things are going?
I don't think I would change myself in the process. I would try to adapt whatever new changes are coming to my fashion. So if there's a new thing, suppose baggy jeans are in now. So I'll wear baggy jeans, but I will not try to completely change it and completely go berserk with it. I think somewhere I keep my own silhouette. The silhouette is what is very important in fashion, I feel. So I try to keep my silhouette intact. And also my image in a way, or what I am and how my personality is, should come out in my dressing. So I try to just portray that, you know. I think that's about it. Of course, the new styles will come in, but who you are should be seen with your dressing, you know.
True. And how do you deal with the toxic masculinity when you see it happening around you?
I think अभी तो वैसे भी थोड़ा कम हो रहा है, but with Gen Z, I think it's still हो रहा है. And I think the kind of stuff that they see online, they get very influenced by that to do that. And I think it should be completely avoided. I think women should be, held at a much higher pedestal than people do. You know, my mother's my everything. So I've grown up with my mother, my masi, and my sister at home.
Yeah.
So I am very gentle with women. I think you have to be very caring, very loving, very gentle towards them, and very understandable. I think they do whatever they do is for us, and I think we have to be very respectable and appreciative of that fact.
Yeah, and like, do you see that kind of change that you see in yourself also happening in your father or maybe other people from the older generation in your family and around you?
Yes, I do. I don't. My father's changed a lot since what he was when I was a kid. You know, because times have changed. I think also because he's also become older, so he's become much calmer, much softer. Doesn't react much to things. He doesn't have to argue on everything. You know, he's more chilled out. So yeah, I think people are also evolving with time. You know, I think my parents have become way more chilled out today. I think they've become more easygoing, more relaxed because times have changed. They've also become more open and more exposed to Western culture, even though we should not be impersonating that or imposing that in our culture, which we are doing today in India. I feel we need to stick to how we are and what our roots are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, also be understandable and relatable, and not be stuck up. You know, you should put yourself in your child's shoes or your parents' shoes and try and solve that and be open and converse. I think talking about things is what's going to solve it.
Is there any expectations that you see from people towards you as a man that they expect you to be like, and that kind of maybe annoys or frustrates you because
No, not
you
at
don't
all.
want to fit
Not
in?
at all. I think it's a responsibility that I take up, and people are going to have those expectations that I need to stand up in such situations, that I need to take charge, I need to take control. Why aren't you saying anything as the man of the house? Why aren't you saying as or even the hero on set? You know, if there's a problem, of course you should be there helping out with those situations. If there's a fight, you should be there to stop it, to control it, whatever the situation is. So I think it's a responsibility that's given to you, and with great power comes great responsibility. So it's that situation I feel for me, and I hope that I just live up to it and do it to the best of my abilities while also be caring and neutral towards everybody and the situation.
Yeah. And this is the last thing, and it's like a guide for Menzi
Okay.
from your side. First, one toxic masculinity trait that you can't stand.
I think the whole thing in as a whole is I can't stand it. You know, I think violence. Would you put it violence in toxic masculinity? I think we are being violent, domestic violence especially.
True.
Not at all. Yeah.
A casual misogynistic trait that you see around you often.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm very blank on this.
Okay. An incident where you realized that you were being somewhere a bit misogynistic and you then rectified it in future.
I don't know as well. I think in relationships, sometimes where you feel that only you are right, or that you're in control, you have to really let go. I think I have learned much over relationships over time. Somewhere I do agree that maybe even I had that. Koi aaya ghar pe. Somewhere I also feel that I had that trait much younger in life when I got into the first or second relationship of mine. But I think relationships do teach you that over time to how to be respectful towards women and understanding, and also not everything is going your way. You know how people think that it's my way or the highway. I think you have to really let go and sacrifice and be patient. I think in relationships, that's what will really help you evolve and grow, and also let the relationship continue, because there's nothing as a perfect relationship. You have to work hand in hand with your partner in order to make it work.
Okay. 3 qualities a Menzi should have.
Patience, confidence, and belief.
An advice you would give to Menzi.
Believe in yourself. Be confident. Believe in yourself. Don't be influenced by people or things, and just be confident as to what you truly believe in, and be extremely respectful and listen to what your parents are saying. Trust me, they know what they're saying.
Okay. An artist who stands for true Menzi in your opinion.
Shah Rukh Khan.
He's the man of all generation. what it means to be a man from Gen Z.
Their definition is completely wrong. The Gen Z is on the wrong path. You know, and I think they've just become, because of the dopamine release that we're getting from everything that we use, we've just succumbed to things and forgot what it is to be a man, you know, what it is to be, you know, to take control, to take charge, but at the same time, be helpful, understanding, be a great leader, you know, to have those kind of qualities. I think those are missing. So completely, I think we need to hit the reset button when it comes to this thing. And in a way, I think get inspired by women and listen to what they're doing and what they're saying. I think they'll teach you to be a better man than you would have an understanding of yourself.
Listening. And lastly, react to these misogynistic statements. Man should earn more than women.
Not at all. I think a person should earn as much as what he is offering in terms of, you know, whether it's his, whatever.
Girls shouldn't talk to strange men.
Strange as in someone they don't know, or strange as in like strange?
Strange men.
Someone they don't know. Okay. No, nothing like that. I think everyone should talk to everybody. And this is wrong in someone to say this, because the strange men need to change the way they are in order for the women to talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
Women should be homemakers.
I mean, that's been the case over the years, but it's not that this responsibility is only given to women. Sadly, it is only women who are ending up doing it, and it's sad that men are not taking a part in this and helping out to make the home. So right now it is, you know, it's women who have been bestowed with that honor, I would say. And men need to learn from them and sort of be a part of it as well.
Raising kids is a women's responsibility.
Not at all. I love kids, and I've had a lot of nephews and nieces, and I take care of a lot of them. And I think it's an honor, and it's a gift that you need to value and recognize. Men need to value and recognize, and really be a part of. You know, I'm very young right now, but when I get married and when I have children, it's a beautiful moment that I would like to be a part of and cherish every part of my life. You know, and I would want to be there for that child and give him everything.
And last statement: women are supposed to keep the family together.
I think the family is supposed to keep the family together. But like I said before, it is another honor and it is another gift that only women possess, and they somehow end up keeping the family together. Like my mother keeps the whole family together. And which is why she is my mom, and I love her for that. And I think men jitna bhi koshish kar le, wo kar nahi payenge. I think it is always the women who keep the family together.
And thank you so much,
Thank
Meezaan.
you.
You actually represent a true Men Z.
I hope so. Thank you.
You are actually someone people feel inspired from, and you inspire, and people aspire to learn from what you are doing.
I hope so.
It has been a pleasure seeing you on the screen, and it has been a pleasure to always talk to you off the screen. This is our first face-to-face conversation.
Yes.
Before that, it has always been telephonic. I hope you had a good time, because I had a great time. Thank you for
so much.
opening up, and thank you for being the person that you are. Wishing you lots and lots of love and luck for everything you do.
Thank you. I hope so too.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Hi, this is Meezaan Jafri, and you're watching me on Bollywood Bubble.